Okay, so our first problem is determine the principal value of 3 plus j4 all raised to 1 plus j2. Okay, so let's see equal to this complex number, which is 3 plus j4 all over raised to 1 plus j2. So the next step is we will take the logarithm of both sides. That will become ln z equals to 1 plus j2 times ln 3 plus j4. So we will convert 3 plus j4 into exponential form using our calculator, which is our r is equal to 5. And r data is equal to 0.93. So our LNC is equal to 1 plus j2 times ln, our r is 5, e raised to j 0.93. And for the ln part, we can expand ln. That will become the sum of the sum of ln 5 plus since ln e is equal to 1, so that will become j 0.93. And using our calculator, we can solve this and results in ln c equal to negative 0.25 plus j 4.15. And to solve for c, we are going to take the inverse logarithm. That will becomes e raised to negative 0.25 plus j 4.15. So next step is we will expand that using the rule of algebra, which is equal to RC is equal to e raised to negative 0.25 times e raised to j 4.15. And we will expand this using trigonometric form, which is results into e raised to negative 0.25 times cos 4.15 plus j sine 4.15. And that we can solve this in calculator, which is the result is negative 0.42 minus j 0.66. And this is our final answer. Okay, so on our second problem, we must determine the principal value of j root of negative j. So first we can write this into negative j raised to 1 over j. And we will let our c equal to negative j raised to 1 over j. So the next step is we will take the logarithm of both sides. That will become ln c equal to 1 over j times ln minus j. So ln c equal to 1 over j times ln. Since negative j is equal to e raised to j pi over 2, and ln c equal to 1 over j times ln e is equal to 1, so that it will become negative j pi over 2. And using our calculator, we can solve this, and it will result in ln c equal to negative pi over 2. To solve for c, we are going to take inverse logarithm, that will becomes z equal to e raised to negative I over 2. And this is our final answer. Okay, so in our third problem, we must determine the principal value of 1 plus j to root of 3 plus j4. So we can rewrite this as 3 plus j4 over raised to 1 over 1 plus j2. So we will let c rc equal to 3 plus j4 over raised to 1 over 1 plus j2. So next step is we will take the logarithm of both sides, that will become ln c equal to 1 over 1 plus j2 times ln of 3 plus j4. Using our calculator, we can convert 3 plus j4 into exponential form, which is r is equal to 5 and our delta is equal to 0.93. So our ln c is equal to 1 over 1 plus j2 times ln r is 5 plus j 0.93. Using our calculator, this is equal to 0.70 minus j 0.46. Now to solve for c, we are going to take the inverse logarithm, that becomes e raised to 0.70 minus j 0.46, and we will expand that using the rule of algebra, which is re raised to 0.70 times e raised to j negative j 0.46, and we will expand to trigonometric form, which is e equal to 0.70 times cos of negative 0.46 plus j sine of negative 0.46, and using our calculator, will result into 1.8 minus j 0.89, and this is our final answer. So our fourth problem is determine the value of log negative 5. So first, we must convert this to its equivalent exponential form, which is our r is equal to 5 and our theta is equal to 3.14. And now we can write in the exponential form, which log times 5 e raised to j 3.14, and we will using product rule of logarithm, which is equal to ln of 5 e raised to j 3.14 all over ln 10, and this will become ln 5. Since ln e is equal to 1, this will become plus j 3.14 all over ln 10, and using our calculator, it is equal to 0.7 plus J 1.36. And this is our final answer. In our last problem, we must evaluate ln 1 plus J2 times 3 plus J1. So first, we will gonna use FOIL method. So 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times J1 is positive J1. Positive J2 times 3 is positive J6. And positive J2 times positive J1 is equal to positive J squared 2. Since J squared is equivalent to negative 1, so we have an ln 3 plus J1 plus J6, and this will become negative 2. We will combine like terms. So 3 minus 2 is 1, and J1 plus J6 is equal to positive J7. So the next step is we will convert 1 plus J7 into exponential form, and we can solve the value of R, which is R is equal to 7.07, and theta is equal to 1.43 rad. So we had an ln times 7.07 e raised to j 1.43. And for the product rule, it will become a sum of logarithmic. It will become ln 7.07 plus ln e raised to j 1.43. So because our ln e is equal to 1, this will become ln 7.07 plus j 1.43. And using our calculator, the answer is 1.96 plus j 1.43, and this is our final answer.